Oh my gosh, it's time! It's time! Okay, it's time! Places, everyone, places! I guess we're really about to do this thing. Spotlight! So here's the thing. I had an idea about a show about Nancy. You might be thinking, how fancy. Not really. It's a casual thing. I'm just singing what we know. Here we go. Shorty with his chores again. I'm talking organizing bent on making Dr. Craven climbing up the Waverly Tree, screaming, "My wife, where could she be?" Hello?
Yes, is this Nancy Drew?
Prudence, what are you doing calling me at a time like
The
this?
scallywags at the telephone company mixed all my phone numbers up and now they're all wrong.
But I told you tonight is late night. I can't.
Late night? Well, if you needed my music expertise, all you had to do was ask, dear.
Okay. Millie's screaming, "It's open!" Lexi's bass, it's broken. Well, that's okay. We fixed things before. Clock's gears, pipes, lots more. Bridget's eyes, they shine so bright. I want to introduce you to Late Night, a show made just for you. The best band of detectives, the Clue Crew. Hello, everybody in the Clue Crew. Welcome to Late Night. I'll be your host, Mike Carter. I'm very excited that you've joined us here tonight. We have a great lineup for you. Lots of special guests, some giveaways, and some really just funny, niche stuff that I think you'll enjoy. But before we actually kick off the show, I just wanted to sincerely thank some things first. Just because I feel like we need to open up with thanks. I feel like that's a great way we should start the show. So let me just, if you'll join me, I'm gonna write a couple of thank you cards here. Thank you, Denal, for never actually moving our car after we wrecked it at Castle Malloy. You're the best. Thank you, her, for not telling us that we could back away from the microscope and not look at all of those test race slides. Thank you, Nancy, for seeing a picture of Jane's pet, and your first instinctual question to ask is, when did it die? Thank you, Curse of Blackmore Manor, for the keyhole puzzle. Because butter was the first thing we all thought to use for grease. Thank you, Nancy, for knowing enough French to translate the entire endgame letter, but not enough to know if you're ordering frog legs or not. Thank you to my girl Katie for leaving decades-old items in your fridge. They're about as useful as a beanie in a hurricane. Thank you, Club Miko, for allowing us to dance at your club in a catsuit, because we didn't bring any money with us. We never do. Thank you to that little gnome head and that scythe. You're the only reason that we escaped that fire in the shed. Thank you. And lastly, thank you, her, for posting Game 34 on April 1st. You had us there, you little sly dog, you. Thank you for joining Thank You Notes. Let's take a look at this commercial. With seasonal changes, flare-ups come when you least expect it. Rainy, wet days, dusty old shelves, and swarms of bugs can really narrow your nasal passages and cause major itching. Other allergy brands can cause severe drowsiness or an effect of offering nummies to your plants. But your days of nasal tightness and lousy side effects are over with Krollmeister's new allergy medicine, Novark. With Novark, the power comes in its mechanism to vasodilate the nasal cavity. Watch the power unfold in our safely tested experiment with renowned researcher Dr. Quigley. Yes, and that's what's actually so fascinating is that I've done a ton of experiments before, but I've never actually been in an experiment. So I tell myself, Quigley, this is absolutely fascinating. This drug can actually dilate your nasal cavities. And so now I can give speeches without having any nasal problems at all. Wait till I tell the board about this. Novark is a medication that should not be used while operating machinery, such as flying a jetpack, delivering telegrams, or diving below water to solve Sudoku. Side effects include increased desire to steal others' items, dreams about shorties, yodels, aliens, and Great Aunt Harriet, involuntary verbalizings like, check, did you come here for the cheese, and it's locked, and finally, increased hunger for Cocoa Kringle chocolate bars, which our scientists have yet to discover why. It's your time to smell the pies once again. Ask your Dr. Buford today if Novark is right for you. Hey everyone, welcome to tonight's segment, which is going to be so exciting because I've been wanting to play this game with people that understand for so long, and finally I get to because I don't know anyone that plays the games, but I virtually do. And so tonight we're going to be playing Indie Cards Against Humanities with my friends across the world. So I'm so glad to have some Nancy Drew streamers with me. We've got Hugh Miller's Nancy Drew walkthroughs, Susie should be streaming, should be sleeping, Susie, and Liv, Ginger Honey Love Beat Liv. I'm so excited to have you guys, and we're going to play Ray, if you don't know her, Pa, Penny, and Bento Boxes. Is that her full username?
Yes, Pa, Pennies, and Bento Boxes. Yeah.
Yes, she created multiple decks of Nancy Drew Cards Against Humanity, and they are hilarious. And so we're gonna play them tonight over Discord.
It's good to know you're keeping the mean streets of Pancake City free from blank.
Okay.
That's a really good
Impress
one.
me.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. I'm choosing the card Jacob, the boy Izzy and Leela were fighting over.
Yeah, I gotta keep the mean streets of Pancake City free from Jacob.
That's what I'm saying.
I also picked a Waverly one, and I did Mr. Harris, the hot teacher.
You're keeping the streets of Pancake City free from another Cairn.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
Funny because it sounds like Karen, so it's like we're keeping the Karens off the street.
We don't need no more Karens in Pancake City.
Oh my god, that's so good. They're all so good. How do I choose? Okay, I have to give the points to Liv for keeping the mean streets of Pancake City safe from Mr. Harris, the hot
Wouldn't want him
teacher.
walking around my Pancake City.
That
Wouldn't
was
want
a
him
good
walking
one.
around.
Brady Armstrong's next movie is about blank.
I think I'm gonna go with Brady Armstrong's next film, focusing on Clarence eating a pine cone. We're gonna go with that one.
Oh man.
Not Clarence eating a pie.
Oh,
That is.
how is he gonna manage that? Who's gonna play Clarence? Is Brady gonna play Clarence?
Brady's
Is
gonna
that-
be the pine
Brady
cone.
has to.
Oh, Brady's the.
I think I'm gonna go with a pet pig named Mary.
That's from Icicle Creek, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Brady Armstrong's next movie is about Big Island Mike's ponytail.
But you know, he used to have a ponytail, so that could be really good. This is his
That
comeback.
is true. That is
To
true.
growing his ponytail back out.
Ponytail, the documentary. Collection of the world's greatest ponytails.
Oh, stay golden,
Oh,
ponytail.
man.
That is too funny.
Those are really good options. Oh, but just because he used to have a ponytail, Susie, I think I have to pick that one.
I wish Nancy could get her phone wallpaper to a picture of blank.
I think I got a good one. I'm gonna go with Bess's wrecked Roo.
Oh,
Just to spite Bess.
not the
I'm sorry,
Roo.
That's so good. That is so good.
I wish we could change her wallpaper to Midnight in Salem's graphics.
Let's go.
I wish we could change Nancy's wallpaper to a picture of Nancy with a gun.
Ooh. Oh,
That's my favorite.
that's great.
My favorite card from that pack is
Okay.
Nancy with a gun.
That has to win. I mean,
That's pretty solid. Is after all this, I'm still convinced that blank is a hoax.
Ooh.
oh,
Oh, I've already got mine.
That was so fast.
I know. Boom.
Listen, I've been looking at this card every time I look at my cards. I'm like, man, that is such a funny card. It can be used anywhere. Okay, I'm still convinced that the friends Jake Hurley made along the way is a hoax.
That is so
Brilliant.
good. That's really good.
That's
to that
really
card.
good.
I'm still convinced that sticking butter in a keyhole is a hoax.
No, but like the real hoax is her putting it in her pocket and it going like,
Oh my gosh, that is brilliant, Carter.
oh, so
Oh.
good.
All right, Liv, let's send it home.
okay. So
All
I'm
right.
still convinced whatever's in Renee Amon's pouch around her neck is a hoax.
Oh, oh my gosh.
That one's good.
Ooh.
Applause.
Wow. Oh, that's a tough choice, you guys.
It's not on here, but whatever the green juice is, that goes in there too.
Yeah.
That's actually one of my cards.
I think I got to go with whatever is in Renee Amon's pouch. That's really good.
Okay.
That's really good.
Oh my gosh, do you guys realize that Liv and I are tied with 2 points each?
No, because
Hey,
I haven't
Carter and I
been
are
keeping
tied
track at all.
Nothing.
0.
Let's go.
So I can't not keep score. Like, I keep score on things that don't need scoring. Okay, telegrams weren't enough. Now Nancy has to deliver blank.
Oh.
All right.
Oh boy.
Tino Balducci's survey.
She now has to deliver unripe vegetables.
You're gonna get kicked off the ranch for that.
That's why she's
good.
delivering. She got kicked out. She's trying to make rent doing DoorDash.
Evil Roombas. Do you guys know
Yes.
what the Evil Roombas is about? Because
Oh,
Liv and I
dude.
realized what they were when we were pre-streaming.
I
It's
said it out loud earlier and was like, "Oh, that's what it is."
They are the those robots from the Phantom of Venice when you're going to
Yes.
break into the.
yes.
Just like I
first I was
hate
like,
those
"What?"
things.
And then I said it was like, "Oh my gosh, it's those things. That's
It's
amazing."
so.
I think I'm gonna have to go with Tino Balducci's survey.
Let's go.
That was a good one.
It
that was
was
a good
that
one.
was too
not
good.
too bad.
It was too good.
I just love the idea of Nancy, like as a door-to-door salesman. Like, would you like a survey? And it's just that.
It's Tino's.
You know?
That you wake up on.
Yeah.
You hate Paprika.
What's your hometown and what planet do you most relate to?
The next sassy detective article is about how to pick a lock using blank. Nancy with a gun. It's my answer to everything.
Talking to Takei. Because the amount of time you can have a conversation with Takei is how long it takes to lockpick a door.
Pretty much.
Okay, the next sassy detective article is about how to pick locks using cookies from Oaxaca.
Nice. That one's
Ooh.
good.
Teaching you how to pick locks using ceremonial weapons.
Like the Sea of
Nice.
Darkness ceremonial weapon?
Yeah, ceremonial sharp things.
I think
Nothing
that's.
says
Since I love you, like a new murder tool.
Thanks, Liv.
I think that's the one. I think that's the
That
one
is
for
a good
me.
one.
That was
So
good.
I like that.
I mean, can you imagine Nancy has this sword and she just pulls it out and starts picking a lock with this ginormous sword?
Can you imagine?
I'm just picturing Soren with the giant like war axe that he has in Sea of Darkness, just
Yeah.
shoving it into the door.
Any second now, Nancy. Yeah.
Good news, blank. Bad news, blank.
Ooh, we have to
Oh,
do double
you-
cards.
Two cards.
Oh man.
You really got us with a double card there, Liv.
Okay, so the good news is a vacation quickly turned into another mystery. The bad news is playing Fox and Geese over and over and over and over.
The good news. Wait, no, I gotta change my answer. Hold on, I gotta change it.
Okay.
Good news, a Mulan. The bad news, being locked in a Mulan until you catch 9 cockroaches.
Oh, that one's so good.
Oh my gosh, that's so good.
We'll go with
Nice.
that. We'll go with that.
Okay. Oh. Okay. This is so hard.
He was so excited.
Carter's experiencing like the full range of emotions right now.
The good news. The good news.
Okay.
The Pakal carving. The bad news. The creepy animation in the Beach Hill Temple.
Ooh.
Nice. Wow, these are all like actual situations in like every game. In like
I
each
know, that's
game
the
that
funny
we
thing.
I'm gonna have to go with Carter's because I have very vivid memories of like the
Of that
last time I played that
animation?
game. Watching that, being like, they
That's
really
so
just put this in a kid's
terrifying.
game, didn't they? Like, what is
Yes.
happening?
Nancy Drew and the Mystery of the 7 blank. All right.
Nancy Drew. Mystery of the 7 Painted Conks.
That's a mystery.
Okay, Nancy Drew and the Mystery of the 7 Ethel Jump Scares.
I'm just gonna go with the mystery of the 7 Daryl Gray's eyebrows.
Oh my word. Wow.
That one's good.
I like the idea of the painted conks. I'm gonna go with that one.
Me too.
Nancy Drew and
I
the
like
Mystery
that
of the
one.
7
Good.
painted conks.
Can you just imagine a bunch of like mushrooms on the Prague, the Prague backgrounds that we have?
You know what her interactive was like? There's something that you're missing with the poster. I bet they just
Yes.
hid painted conks around the poster. That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Gotta be it.
Colin is no longer obsessed with Tesserae, but with blank instead.
The doll that looks like Nancy.
Ooh.
Oh, that's
no.
so true and creepy.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Oh, that's the one.
Colin is no longer obsessed with Tesserae. He is now obsessed with Shorty Thurman.
You would too.
Colin is no longer obsessed with Tesserae. He is now obsessed with a compilation of Nancy's grunts throughout the games.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh my god. Colin is definitely obsessed with the doll that looks like Nancy.
Nice.
Oh.
Oh, that is so funny. So funny.
But you know what? It's so true though. Like I hate when Nancy eats and when she does those just
I know, yeah.
noises.
All the ASMR that you just don't need to have in your
Yes.
sinus.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Not-
when you're just
not into
blind
that.
going through the audio files in the games and you just hit a section that's just mouth noises, I about had an anxiety attack. It was awful.
Oh.
Because I have misophonia, so I get triggered
there.
by mouth noises. Like,
Oh,
actually.
Blank usually gets people's attention.
Oh.
Oh.
Nancy with a gun, right?
Yeah.
Ritualized bloodletting.
Torque usually gets people's attention.
Was that really a card?
That is really
What?
a card.
Just-
Torque.
Wait, torque.
Gotta
Yeah.
have some torque.
Oh, I thought you said pork. I was
Oh
like,
no!
why is that a
torque.
card?
I don't know. That makes no. We're going with torque.
Torque. Okay.
Torque usually gets people's attention.
Eating $2,350 worth of ice cream usually gets people's attention.
Oh my gosh, it does.
That's the one. That's the one right there.
That's brilliant.
That was good.
Yeah, because at like $2,349, Dear just still not paying attention. As soon as she gets one more dollar, she's like, all right, something's going on here.
Now I'm gonna start paying attention.
The worst Clue Crew scandal is blank.
The worst Clue Crew scandal is dancing in a skin-tight catsuit for money at a nightclub in Italy.
Oh! Oh, man. That's good. Photoshopping game characters' faces onto real people.
It's Carson Drew, a golf ball lawyer.
Gosh, they were all so
Nice.
good.
So my brain is thinking I should go with Susie's because
Yeah,
Daddy
fair
Golf Ball.
Our
Thinking
guy.
about the Clue Crew, so I think that's gotta be it.
I love that. Something returning for game 34 is blank. All right.
Something returning in game 34 is spicy devil villain venom.
Ho ho!
Yes.
It's
Oh.
coming back, y'all.
It's making a return. New and improved.
So something returning for game 34 is, quote, it's locked.
For game 34 is a culprit deciding murder is a good idea after their much smaller crime is discovered by Nancy.
I think I'm going to go with that one.
Thank you.
I like that.
I almost chose the ugly horse shirt, and I was like, no.
So, Susie, does that mean you win?
Were you not keeping score, Carter? I think it's either Susie or we tied. We could do just like one last one. That's just like me and Susie.
Mystico the Magnificent's latest vision sees a future full of blank.
Mystico sees a future of kidnapping your own nephew for your revenge plot.
Oh my
Pretty
word.
good. That's
Oh
pretty
my
good.
word.
Mystico sees a future full of stealing from the mouths of dead people.
Oh, that.
Hey, there we go. Okay, so we've got stealing things from the mouths of dead people and kidnapping your own nephew for what was it was for your revenge plot.
I like
Tough one.
I like the mouths of dead people.
I kind of do too. That one kind of is just funny. I just like the idea of
A
like
future
Nancy.
of
Yeah.
stealing people's.
It's just funny. I just like that one. I think should we go with that one?
I like that one.
Let's do that one then. I like that one too.
That's the one.
All right. We'll just give him a little thumbs up. Just like, all right. Mystico the Magnificent's latest vision sees a future full of stealing items from the mouths of dead people.
I mean,
I just like the idea that Nancy is going to come across a new dead person in every case, and they all just have something in their mouth, whether it's like a key, like an Easter egg.
Well, congratulations to Susie for winning Nancy's Root Cards Against Humanities. Let's give it up for Susie. Boom, boom, boom. Golfers clap. Golfers clap. Yeah. That was so much fun playing with you guys. It's so good to play with people who get it. So, this wouldn't have worked with like Annie and my parents. They'd be scratching their head like, what's going on?
it would be so funny though.
It would
Right?
be funny. Maybe I should come a video where I play with people that don't know just to see if they what
I'm
they choose.
saying. That would be really funny.
Yes.
I love it.
Imagine them getting the ritualized bloodletting card.
Imagine
What
them
kind of
getting
games do you
Nancy's
play?
grunts throughout the game. But I thank you guys so much for watching this segment. Stay tuned for more.
Okay, so in this next segment, I decided that it would be a great idea to make an 80s workout video to some Nancy Drew moves that I think if you are at home, you should stand up and do with me. Just roll. Let's just roll that segment. All right, you crazy kids. My name is Kyle, and I'm going to be directing you in some exercises that are really going to open your airways. All right, here we go. First on the list, we got don't get hit by Manette's plant. Don't get hit by Manette's plant. Yeah, keep on ducking, everyone. Right now, we're just going to be working on our balance. Next up, here we go. Avoid the rocks by the monkeys. Yes, avoid them. Avoid them at all costs. You don't want that getting hit on your noggin. Yes, work those shoulders. You guys are doing awesome. Awesome, yes you are. All right, we're about to change it up. Here we go. Push Dwayne Powers. Push Dwayne Powers. Push Dwayne Powers. Yes! You guys are getting it now. Oh. Alright, here we go. Club Miko, Phantom of Venice. Yes. Yes, and we go down. That's right. Get those calf muscles going, you guys. We're just gonna keep doing a couple more of these. Oh my goodness. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Awesome, awesome, you guys. Yeah, just go ahead and decompress. You guys killed it. You guys are awesome. I'm signing out. Thank you.
What's up, everyone? I am here and joined with the lovely, talented, and wonderful Tori Samar, Tori_indie_piano on Instagram. Okay, if you don't know, Tori is a musical genius, okay? You need to hop over and go see what she's doing on Instagram, YouTube, and all of the social medias because she has introduced more music into the Clue Crew, and it's wonderful. She's taking segments of Nancy Drew music and reworking them and adding her own spin, and it's musically wonderful. Tori, welcome to Late Night. It's so good to have you.
Thank you for inviting me, Carter. I'm so glad to be here.
Yes. So, okay, I think first I just want to start with saying, you know, you're coming onto the Clue Crew scene into the more musical aspect, which we haven't really seen a whole lot of that in the Clue Crew, I don't think. We've had, I know Chaz versus Jazz, she had maybe scored some of the music, and to be honest, that's really all I knew musically that existed in the Clue Crew. I didn't know there were so many more people. I'm seeing them now. There's more music people now than ever before. So tell me kind of like your start into journeying of Clue Crew music.
Yes, so actually this has always been something in the back of my mind because I used to, when I was younger, I would go on YouTube and I would search Nancy Drew piano covers and get maybe, if you're lucky, like 1-2 videos come up. And so it always just made me sad. I was like, why are there not more
There
Nancy
needs to
Drew,
be more of this.
like music videos, like people playing the music? Like, why can't I get the sheet music? Like, what do I have to do to get Her Interactive to sell me the sheet music so I can play it?
This must exist.
And then April, of course, the infamous April 1st of 2023 comes along, and the Clue Crew gets reignited, Mystery of the Seven Keys, and at that point I start interacting with people in a way that I never had before. Kind of had this moment of realization, like, these people are my friends, and if I dive into this, I think that they will support me in this venture.
Yes.
There is a gap in the Clue Crew with the music, so I made that account. I remember I messaged you and some other people. I said, like, hey, I just made this Nancy Drew account. If you want to check
I
it
remember.
out. And like,
I remember.
yeah, immediately like had so many friends just like jump right onto that account and be like, yes, we're so excited. Which again just bolstered the confidence even more. I wanted to be more engaged in the fandom, more supportive of the fandom, and it was just another way also just to, support other people's content.
And then what all songs have you done? I know you said like 3 or 4, but which ones had they come from which games? Because I'm trying to remember. Was Curse of Blackmore Manor one of them?
There is one coming. Depending on when this interview and late night show drops. Curse of Blackmore Manor's first piano cover from Tori will exist.
Yes.
And I have done The Word I Couldn't Keep from Sea of Darkness.
Oh, I remember that one.
Jig, Danger and Deception Island,
Yes.
and
Couldn't forget that
Sweet Charlotte.
That's right. Okay.
From Ghost of
Yes.
Thornton Hall.
Because I remember when you came out with Jig, and I was like, yes, this is so good. This is so good. Oh man. Okay, so Curse of Blackmore Manor. That one's always a really good one. Curse of Blackmore Manor, out of all, because this is a segment where you and I are talking about music things, but we're also singing together. This is so wonderful. Curse of Blackmore Manor is, I would say, comes with one of the most iconic songs. It's right up there with one of the other iconic songs out of the whole series.
Mm-hmm.
That everybody, it gets stuck in your head like the moment you start singing it.
The ultimate earworm.
It's there.
That's how I think of it.
Yeah, no, truly, because once you start, it's in there. It's not getting out. I feel like you and we should sing that.
Let's do it.
Bridget with her eyes so bright looks towards heaven at midnight. On the longest night of year, that's the one she holds most dear. Starry friends, she's often heard to say, how I wish that I could make you stay. She knows though they can't remain, time will bring them round again.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, Tori, I think we sang that and danced so wonderfully. I don't know why Her Interactive won't hire us to include some more music in their next game. When I first started, this whole page and everything, it was all birthed from in the pandemic, still being in school and needing something to listen to while I studied. And I always listened to classical music, and somehow, some way in my head, it just popped up one day. Maybe if I search Nancy Drew music on YouTube, I could find a playlist. And I did. I found a YouTube channel. It's called, I think, Indie Jukebox, I think. And They had every track from all the games put into a playlist except for the danger tracks. They had every other track in there. And so
Perfect.
I played it and studied and looked up, and all of the hours had passed by. I was like, whoa, the Nancy Drew music is really good to study too. Why do you think that is? Why is the Nancy Drew music so good for background ambience?
Since you mentioned ND Jukebox not including the danger tracks, that's also part of it too. All of the games do such a good job of having tracks that fit the mood, but they're very calming or soothing, not at all intended, because there has to be that difference. The danger tracks don't mean anything unless they feel dangerous.
Yes.
So the other ones just, again, it becomes really easy to listen to. And I can also think of especially some of the earlier games, I'm thinking of that from Secrets Can Kill. It's very repetitive, so again, that makes it easy just to kind of lock your focus in, and you have this music that's playing and it just keeps doing its thing. It's not going crazy and whoa, that melody just came out of nowhere. You can just hunker down and do what you need to do.
That's very true, and I like that you mentioned that, because I do feel like the games their music is very segmented, where they have their danger tracks, their more suspenseful tracks, because you have to have that to accompany suspenseful moments, so
Yes.
you feel more on edge. But then of course they definitely have the strolling around, looking for clues, trying to solve, puzzles. The park in Paris, like, there's
Yes.
birds in the background, there are trees like swaying and stuff. I feel like that music has to fit the vibe.
Like if you think in terms of the music is trying to support the game.
Sure.
The music is not meant to be front and center. They're trying to make sure that you can focus on the game that you are playing. So
Absolutely.
they're also setting out, like, they're not trying to distract us from Nancy's mystery. They're trying to help us get more immersed into it. So I would say that also, like, plays right into it.
Music always partnered really well with the vibe of that game.
Yes.
And I feel like that's also so important. Your music has to partner really well with what you're getting into. I always think like, Shadow Ranch always has this really happy music when you're at the farm, and then it has really spookier music when you get to the more, deserted, areas. And I think that that's such an important part of good music, is that it partners well with its theme.
That's definitely always a goal in anything that I'm doing, is it still needs to feel like it's tied to the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Otherwise, what's the point? So if I'm doing a cover, like, yes, I want to put my own spin on it, but I don't want to change it so much that it becomes like, this doesn't
This
feel
doesn't fit.
like
This
the
doesn't fit.
game or the music anymore. Like, it's just too different. Yeah.
Do you particularly have a game that you maybe gravitate more towards its music more than others?
Overall music, I would say Curse of Blackmore Manor for sure.
It's a good one.
Just because it is just so elegant, and again just fits that game's atmosphere so perfectly. And then I always will have such a soft spot for Danger on Deception Island because of all the Celtic vibes
So
that
good.
get woven in. But then in terms, if we're talking like single tracks, one in particular that I just do not get tired of it would be Pop from Shadow at the Water's Edge. That's the
Oh yeah, the one that plays
like, I am so completely obsessed with that track. Like, just will listen to it ad nauseum. Like, just put it on repeat and just let it keep going, because
Can we
it is just
can
so
we please just listen to Pop right now together?
good. Yes.
Had a lot of ideas that you've done where you've talked about instruments that are in games, which I always enjoy those too, where you talked about like Josiah Crowley's instruments or instruments. Those are always really fun too. And also you pointing about what pianos are in what games and playing tracks on those pianos in those games. I
Yes.
love those so
Yes.
much,
Oh,
because
thank
I'm
you.
like, how do you do that? How do you do that? But that's amazing. Yeah.
With much creativity. That's quite a journey that I've been on, as I slowly replay the games and get to a new instrument and figuring out which songs is it possible to play on which instrument, because some of them are very limiting. Like, I think of I think it's the very first time that you really get to play an instrument is Message in a Haunted Mansion.
Ooh.
And it's just, that's one set, like one octave. That's all you get. And you only
Wow.
get white keys. So you got to be very creative in terms of figuring out what to do. And it kind of stays that way for a little bit. And then you start to get into more where, like, oh, we're getting more notes that we can play. And then you hit the pièce de résistance with the Warnings
Wait,
at
really?
Waverly Academy piano.
I knew that was what
Which
you were gonna
has,
say.
has like 2 screens of piano keys
Yes.
that you can play around with, and it has the black keys. Like,
Yes. It's lovely.
incredible.
I said this and my brain thought of it. Did you know, okay, on Message in a Haunted Mansion, okay, I have watched the interview that Hugh did with Kevin Manthei on just, everything he did for the music. Did you know he wrote the entirety of the Message in a Haunted Mansion track in one day? The entire thing. Every single track he wrote.
I mean, yes, I had forgotten that. I've heard that interview that you're talking about, but I completely forgotten that. But that's always amazing to me, because how sometimes just everything just comes pouring out.
Yes, I know, and I always think about that when we talk about music, because I'm like, music genius, because I think about Message in a Haunted Mansion and the tracks in it where it's like the it's so creepy and haunting, and
Yes.
it's what it should. That's exactly how it should feel,
Yes,
know.
yes.
But yeah, no, that's funny that you mentioned that, Tori. I've enjoyed talking about the music with you, but of course, with this particular segment, I feel like we should definitely close out with one more dance and appreciation for a song. Hey, there is.
Well, what are you thinking?
What are you thinking? I was gonna say there is another song. It goes hard.
A lot of them go hard.
Well, this one definitely goes hard. It's the word I couldn't keep. It has words, and they sing. Yeah, it's not the Nancy Drew rap, although that has a special place in its own.
It does.
Do you know the words to the Nancy Drew rap?
I know some of them.
I only know like the first line. I think Susie has said before she knows the whole rap. Like a bullet from a gun, she arrives on the scene, and that's all I know from the entire thing. But the word I couldn't keep, I know more words on that one. I think I know more words on that one.
For even in this darkness, something calls for me to find.
And these may all turn to ash and stone walls all the time.
My love still lies there buried under silent ice and sleep. A grave land unattended by the word I couldn't
Thank you.
Well, hey everybody, come on down to my and Pa's General Store. Soon as you walk in, we'll treat you like family. We've got all the finest Wickford candies and a neat little museum with a few Jada scales. To make things even more fun, we don't just list the price of our items plain as day. We make you work for it. Use your wits and see if you can find the best deal. But just know this, at my and Pa's, you always getting the best deal. And maybe even a couple paw pennies too. Thanks for stopping by.
Tonight's show has been brought to you by
Toasted Pack. Toasted Pack. Toasted Pack. It's toasty. Toasty. How do you keep warm? I keep warm with Toasty Pack. Approved and used by Brady Armstrong. It's toasty.
What's up, everyone? Okay, this segment has been one that I've been most looking forward to in the best way ever, because this is the Wheel of Impressions, okay? But it's Nancy Drew character impressions. And I thought, who better to do this with than the lovely Hugh Miller with Nancy Drew walkthroughs. Hugh, how are you tonight?
Oh, I'm so excited, man. Thanks so much for having me on. This is like, I've had a lot of requests of like, oh, you and Carter have got to do voice impressions together. And
Yes.
this is super exciting that it's finally happening. And
I
that,
know.
as of right now, nobody knows about it. It's so great.
Yeah, it's our own secret, man. And you know what? It's exciting because I know I've been on a few of your streams where you've done your own impressions, and I think they're really funny. Like it's particularly, I don't know, this is not an impression, but it kind of was though. It was Danger on Deception Island, and you were just full on doing every whale noise that you could.
Oh, I appreciate that so much, man.
So-
Thank you.
So I can't imagine what else we should do for late night than for you and I to
Oh.
just spin the wheel and just have at it.
Just have fun. Yeah.
Yes. So the way it
Oh,
works is
man.
we'll spin the wheel, a game will come up, and then we get to pick a character and do an impression of that character from the game. So who's going first?
Oh, I'm gonna let you go first. Yeah, I'm gonna let you go first. Yeah. for
Okay,
sure.
okay.
Yeah.
I will go first. All right. So spin the wheel, and it is Secret of the Scarlet Hand.
Oh, excellent.
Oh man.
Who are you gonna
Okay.
go with?
Oh, I know, that's a good one. Okay. So I think maybe let's see. Maybe we could go with a little bit of Taylor Sinclair.
Oh, let's hear it. I'm so excited.
Oh, Nancy, it's a fiasco, just as I feared.
So good. That's such a good impression because he's got that whine in his voice, like oh man. Oh, it's so good. I
Thank
love it.
you,
Well done.
Thank you.
Well, I love Taylor because he's got such a range of like
He does.
you talk really low and then be like oh Nancy and like, really
He's so
excitable,
dramatic.
You know?
He's so
yes.
dramatic.
Oh, he's so good.
You want a cookie?
Yeah.
They're walking. You know.
Exactly.
Here we go. Spinning the wheel. We have game number 18.
Ooh, the Phantom of Venice. Okay, let me just pull that one up here. Let's see what we got for a character. We got Colin Baxter.
Colin Baxter.
Oh, I think we got to go with Colin Baxter.
Let's do it.
Excuse me as I adore this shade of crimson. The bloke who gave you that locket, what's his name? What a luscious shade of yellow. Outstanding color.
He does say some really weird adjectives for these colors.
He's really
A
strange.
luscious shade of yellow.
Well, I don't know. What does that even mean?
A delicious
imagine-
purple.
Just imagine like
stuff.
writing all these down and then like, all right, Jonah Von Spreeken, you got to record all these in like the most seductive way possible.
That was great,
Oh.
though. That was great. We'll even do just a pigeon. Okay.
Oh,
Spinning the wheel.
nice.
And we have game. Oh, this is gonna be hard for me. So like the newer games, I don't know as well as I know like these first half of the games.
Right, yeah.
And this is your favorite game. It's the Deadly Device.
It's close to the favorite. It's like top 3 for me.
What's your favorite?
Last Train.
Oh, that's right. Last Train to
Yes,
Blue Moon Canyon
a
is
Deadly
right.
Device is so good.
I thought it was Deadly Device. Okay. Deadly Device. Oh, this
Yeah.
is so hard for me because I don't know the characters as well. Mason, what are you doing? If it looks like I'm busy, then I'm busy.
Oh, that's too funny.
I wish I could do. So I don't have a very super deep voice. So I like deep voices are like off the table for me. But you know how Gray has such a. Whoa.
He's really deep and low. Yeah, he's more. That's more.
Don't touch that.
Don't touch that.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Do this or don't. I don't care. Stay out.
Yeah, he does say that.
You know. I think my favorite character to voice in Deadly Device is Victor Lawson actually, because he's
Oh.
just got this.
Grainy, just deep.
Yeah. Well, he's just really stay out of the lab. That was
Oh
the
my
one thing I
gosh,
told you
that
to do.
sounds
You know?
just like him. Yes.
And just I love doing that. It's
That
so
sounds
much
so
fun.
good.
You know.
That was so spot on. I just.
Goodbye, Nancy Drew.
That's so spot on. I can't. Oh, that's so good. Okay, I'm spinning the wheel
Thank
for you.
you.
Okay, I'm going for it again. Oh,
Perfect.
I think I have the. I think this was the same. Yeah, this is Phantom of Venice again. Okay.
What's gonna happen when we get to Waverly Academy? What are we gonna do then?
That's a good question. We'll both be squirrels.
Brilliant. I love it. Oh my word.
I'm trying to think. Is there really any other person that in Colin that I could? Enrico Taza? Scopa. That's pretty much about it.
That's about all he says. Exactly.
Yeah.
Scopa.
Scopa. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Something about stealing a diamond. But I don't know. How do you do the Italian accent properly? That's
I
the other
know.
thing. That's the other thing is accents can be tricky.
That's very
Can be
true.
tricky.
They can be
Yeah.
very tricky. And I also have this really bad thing where I mix accents together. So I'm like combining two different dialects and just slumping
I
them together.
totally understand that. Yeah, for sure.
I do it the same thing. Okay, so no, I would have to do the same thing you do. I adore that shade of crimson. I'd have to do the same thing because
I love it.
I don't think I could do Margarita or anyone.
Oh god, yeah, like
Nancy, that blouse you're wearing, you should change it.
that was great. Just the emphasis on change. That's
Yeah,
so
she says
good. I
shit.
love it.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And we are at the Sea of Darkness. Game 32.
Ooh, Sea of Darkness. Excellent.
No,
excellent,
I think
excellent.
I don't remember where we were. Maybe this was on Clue Crew night when we were playing Clue. I think you for just a smidge of a second did an impression of Gunner.
Oh, I love Gunner.
It was amazing.
He's a lot of fun. Speak up, girl.
That was so good.
Gunner only needs two friends, Mug and Cher. Go pester the mink.
I'm applauding you right now because this is so good. No, you know what that also you could easily take that same voice and go right into Marcus. That was very also
Well,
you could.
same actor, right?
Is it the same actor?
It is the same actor, yeah.
Wow.
Hello, Nancy. Call me on the landline. You know, just
my
like
God. That literally sounds just like him. I'm dead. I'm gonna have to ask you to do that one more time because that was like killer.
Nancy, call me on the landline.
Oh my
Bye.
gosh, bro.
I-
That's good.
I don't care. I have no tolerance for problems like that, Nancy.
We'll do. Ooh, Ghost of Thornton Hall.
Ooh, yes, because we've got Colton and we got Wade.
You know,
Oh, fair enough.
literally all I could quote to you right now is the background music. And that's literally it.
That's great. That's good. I love that.
Can you
Okay, go
do
ahead.
Can you do any of them though?
He's kind of got this low voice.
Yes,
Jesselyn,
that is it.
I'm standing here waiting on the porch for her to come home. And then Wade's a little more higher pitch and who's more welcome here, the living or the dead? And then Clara's like, haven't I suffered enough for you? And then Harper's just like, I'm in a well. I don't know.
That's so perfect. How did you get every Southern character in this game? In like 10 seconds, you had every single one. Hugh, imagine with me right now. Okay, Hugh, I just 15 seconds. Oh no, Ghost of Thornton Hall in 15 seconds, and it's you, and you're everybody.
Can this be a new series where
Please.
just like all the characters,
Just all the characters
Oh.
in 15 seconds. Boom. Oh, hold on, I got out of it. We have the lovely and wonderful classic Curse of Blackmore Manor.
Ooh.
Haven't got a pot of glue, haven't got a pot of glue, haven't got a clue, dear. It's Cockney.
I love it. So good. Oh, can we just have you say, who's ready for some nummies?
Who's ready for some dummies?
Is that you, Miss? Are you talking to me, Mrs. Drake?
Not
No.
to you, dear.
Yes. Oh, I love it. Thank you.
Here, I
Yeah.
got one that's a super classic one for us.
Let's hear it.
Treasure in the Royal Tower. I know he says library, I know that much.
Yeah, exactly. Right. he's really down and deep. He's like, Nancy.
Hello,
Okay,
Miss
I'll-
Drew.
Hello, Miss Drew.
Yes. Oh
Did you get
my
all
god.
squared away in your room yet?
That's it.
I don't know. Just
That's so perfect. Like I swear, Hugh, you just take the low register characters, and I'll take all
It's
the
great.
high register characters. Ooh. this one's got like a ton of characters. The White Wolf of Icicle Creek.
Ooh. Man, that's good. Okay, characters. Ollie Randall, Yanni Voxaya, Bill Kessler, Guadalupe Camillo, and Lou Talbot.
Literally the only one that I usually can do is Bill Kessler.
Yeah.
And a little bit of Ollie Randall. If my voice was probably a little lower, it'd probably work, but it's because I know
For sure.
he has that one dialogue that I don't know why, but it just sticks really well in your brain where he's literally sitting there talking at the wolf. He's like, easiest shot I've ever taken in my life, and I missed. And so I reloaded and I missed again and again. I don't miss my shots like that, Nancy. Like, I don't know why that like always
just that they're staring at me from across the creek.
Yeah. No, hey,
I love it.
Bill Kessler. Okay, this is a legitimate question because I've never been to Canada before.
So
you
yeah.
are from Canada, so you can actually tell me how is the accuracy of Bill Kessler's like Canadian accent?
It depends where you go. It's a painful accent to listen to. I have
Okay.
heard many Canadians with accents very similar to that.
Really?
And it's like, I think it's a little more eastern. The more east you go, the closer you get to that accent.
Oh.
You may have youth on your side, my friend, but I've been working construction since before you were born. And
Yeah.
I am more fit now than you will ever be.
Good one. The Creature of Kapu Cave.
Wow. Creature of Kapu Cave.
Is this an appropriate time to insert my Dr. Craven yell?
Please do, because I was gonna say he is the one I like doing the most, but I need to hear your Dr. Craven yell.
Okay. Hope I don't like bust the eardrums out. Okay.
Oh, dude, you're great.
Okay. Well, you tell Mr. Fighterman that he is fired. Oh!
And he does all these weird like I don't know. Oh my god, that was brilliant. Hey, there's a couple of guys saying here about your age.
Yeah.
They're from the mainland too. I got those boys surfing, shelling, fishing, snorkeling, everything. Maybe even at the same time as them, huh?
Yeah, you have the what do you call it? Like the not the inflation, but like the
Like inflection.
inflection. Yes,
Is that
the
the one?
inflection. You have it down. Oh, spinning the wheel again. We
Let's go.
have the lovely game number 17, Legend of the Crystal Skull.
Ooh. Oh, okay. Who are you gonna go with?
Okay. So the first one that comes to mind is actually Dr. Buford.
Well,
I'm doing mighty fine now that a lovely woman like yourself is joining me.
So good. Oh, I love it. I love it. There's a Dr. Gilbert Buford answering service, and who's just actually voiced by Robert Riedel. He just goes, "You've reached the phone service for Dr. Gilbert Buford. How may I help you?"
And his heart just stopped right there in the corridor. A couple
I think two or one between 1 and 3. One
Okay.
of those.
Spinning. Game number 9. Miss, please don't touch that.
Oh, brilliant!
Beautiful!
Yes! Oh, that first line was fantastic. That was
Thank you.
so good.
I'm trying to
Oh,
think what
man.
else he says.
I don't like her taking any customers away from me.
Yeah, that's
You know?
right.
Yeah.
I think we should just leave it alone.
Yes.
Yes.
So good. Oh, that's fantastic, man. And we got to mention the whales, of course. You know, my favorite's the humpback. It's not going to register though because it's too high pitched. Shoot. Oh, well, you
Look,
just have to imagine it.
you can always do that.
Whoa.
No, I was gonna say you can always do that. There's in the museum. There's one it's the weirdest whale noise ever, and it's like.
Yeah. Dude, you did it right there. I don't need to do it. That's all you, man. That was brilliant. That was
Thanks.
fantastic.
This-
I had my turn.
This should be the game that we end on. This one right here.
Perfect. I'm ready.
Trail of the Twister.
Let's go.
Please
This
hit
is
us.
my
Please hit us
jam.
up with the paw. Please.
Well, howdy. My name's Paul. Welcome to my boss. I know your phone number, Nancy. It's 555-4399. How do you like them apples?
So
This,
good.
take here a Pa Penny. This is the old Ma and Pa way of saying, I don't know what we say anymore, Nancy. Whatever they wrote in the game, it's we'll leave it there. You see this dark, raging monster go tearing across the land. destroying everything in its path. Till all of a sudden, it ain't there no more. And that just ain't fair. That just ain't fair.
Oh my gosh, you are Pa. That's so awesome. Pa is you and you is Pa. That's so funny.
It's so much fun. And the thing that's so easy to forget is that he's not always up here. He does have his moments where he's a little more
Down and like,
a little
soft.
more sad, a little more somber.
Oh my god.
And then he gets back up. And, would you like some toothpaste, Nancy? How about some moon chunk cheese? Nancy, I need you to help me catch these mice. They're all over the store.
Hugh, you've been hiding out on us. This is too good. This is too good. But the only thing I can think of is Chase. And what do they call you, Nancy? Because you answer too many questions.
So good.
Sorry, that was supposed to be a joke. Hugh, thank you so much for
my pleasure, man.
just having fun with me for this segment, because I literally like fever dream. I was like, oh my gosh, this would be such a fun segment. How could we make this work? How can we take a Jimmy Fallon segment and make it into this? And this was amazing. Thank you for
Just
having
the best.
being
Dude,
on.
when I got your message, I just exploded. I could not believe it. I was like, yes. Oh, this is gonna be so much fun. And it was brilliant. Well, I love too that it's I also really love just talking about voices and character
Absolutely.
tones and trying to figure all that stuff out. It's so much fun. And I am so honored to be able to get to do it with you, man. That was just brilliant. So thank you for having me on and partaking in this as well. It was great. You did a great job, man. I
Hey,
loved it.
you did a great job. I think we need to get some more impressions out of you. And I'm lobbying for it, and I bet you everyone in this live chat is too right now.
I know Tori is.
Yes.
For sure. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well,
I
thank you, my
appreciate it, man.
friend, and
Thank
thank you
you.
guys for watching this segment. And we'll be right back after some short commercial breaks.
No, but truly on a more serious note, I did ask some of you guys to submit some videos of thanks to Her Interactive for 25 years of Nancy Drew games. Her Interactive has officially this week been making Nancy Drew games for 25 years. And a lot of you guys send so many heartfelt messages and videos that really were so touching to watch, and I compiled them together as a presentation for Her Interactive, and especially for the ones we interact with more closely, Rue, Brigella, Indy. You guys have truly continued our childhood, and we thank you for that, and we thank you, Her Interactive, for kind of giving us a huge piece of our childhood, the Nancy Drew games. So we thank you for that. And we have a lot of other people that would like to share their thanks as well.
Since I was 12, Nancy Drew has been an inspiration and a friend to me.
I don't know that I'll ever be able to express just how much the Nancy Drew games mean to me.
I love being able to sort out the puzzles for myself. It showed me a side of myself and the creativity that I could express and the intelligence that I had as a woman in this world where so often we're degraded.
I started playing Nancy Drew games back in 2004, and I am still playing them almost 20 years later. Not only that, but now I get to introduce my students to Nancy Drew as well. These games have been a safe and reliable place to go throughout all the ups and downs of life, and I am so incredibly thankful to the amazing team that brought us these games.
I've continued to enjoy and play these games to this day, and these games are actually one of the inspirations that led me down the career path I've chosen. So I'm very thankful for that. And they continue to inspire me today.
And now I have a whole community of people that are really, really excited for this next release. But in the meantime, we have been creating new content and supporting each other, being there for each other. I have been going through difficult things, and so I have been prayed over by people all over the world because of this fandom.
I am just so appreciative of Her Interactive for all that they do for the fans.
I also want to give a special shout out to Rue, Indy, and Brigella for everything they've done in marketing this year to reignite the fandom and bring us together.
I got my first one, which was Haunted Carousel. And in the beginning, I could not figure out how to turn the iron off, so I kept burning down the hotel and getting fired from the job. I just went back and played it again as an adult, and I still enjoyed it just as much, as well as all of the other Nancy Drew games over the years.
Thank you so much to Her Interactive for making the games from my childhood, and then making more that I can force Scuba to play with me.
I've learned language, history, art, culture, and puzzles, and so many wonderful things thanks to these games. And now my kids get to experience that too.
Oh, I think we're rolling. Ahoy, hoy. Hotchkiss here, coming in to say thank you. I tried the whole cool story, memories, funny lines, and none of it worked because nothing can describe how wonderful these games are and what they mean to all of us. I've been able to grow closer to friends and family and strangers who are now as close as family because of the Nancy Drew games. Her Interactive employees, past, present, and future, you guys matter and you mean a lot, and we all deeply appreciate you.
For Christmas, I couldn't think of anything that I really wanted, but I put all the Nancy Drew games I didn't have up until that point on my Christmas list. And my mom got every single one of them, and so anytime I play a game now, I look back to that bright spot in my life where I was really taken care of and was really enthralled by these games, and it really helped me through a dark time in my life.
Greetings and happy anniversary to Her Interactive. I still remember being a child playing Nancy Drew games almost 20 years ago, and having my parents help me look up the answers to some of the more difficult puzzles because they didn't want me to cheat. And now, all these years later, I've connected with the Clue crew and made all these friends, and I actually stream Nancy Drew games, and my parents come to my streams. And it's just amazing to see that progression and journey I've gone on that my childhood self could never imagine. And it's a testament to you, the product you've put out, and your current marketing team, that so many of us are a part of this community and want to still engage with the games, and that we still care about the games. And it's such a special part of all of our lives, and we're grateful for that.
They showed me a love of adventure, for puzzling, helped me think critically, and really helped shape the person and woman that I am. And I could not be more grateful to have had those games in my life. I was able to actually share the games with my husband during the pandemic, and thankfully he loved them just as much as I do. So we've been able to spend the past couple years playing those games and exploring that together. Being able to share something that was so meaningful with me with him has been magical, and I cannot wait to play those games with my kids one day and continue on this rich tradition and joy for puzzling and sleuthing.
Nancy Drew games have been such a comforting, cozy escape for me for a very long time, ever since I was 14 when I first came across the games, and even now I'm almost 30 and there's nothing I love more than curling up on the couch with my laptop and working my way through a mystery.
Games are my happy place, my safe place. Sometimes I'll just pull one up and play a pivotal game like Scopa or Fox and Geese, and that will be all I do out of the game. But these games have meant a lot to me over the years, and Nancy Drew will forever be my childhood icon. And I just want to thank y'all for what you're doing, and just know how much these games mean to a lot of people like me.
There have been new games inspired by this fandom. This fandom is literally trying to get my dog to become internet famous, and what kind of people do that other than a Nancy Drew Clue crew?
Me and my mom's tradition when she would get off of work to just bond and play mystery games, and Nancy Drew was our favorite. Really enjoyed the mystery and the STEM material incorporated into some of the games. I believe that that's what has sparked my interest into a STEM career. I graduated 2 years ago with a degree in civil engineering, and here I am now today as a structural engineer. So I'm very grateful for you guys.
I have loved Nancy Drew games ever since I was a little girl, and my younger sister and I would play them together. And now, nearly 20 years later, we still play them together over Zoom every week. So they've been really special for all these years.
They have not lost anything to time, and then to be able to also experience that again as an adult and have them have the same effect. It's just so cool, and just the stuff that I've learned about different cultures and traditions throughout the world, I think has been invaluable.
Turning down good old steady Dave, or entering a speakeasy through a grave, maybe even sorting tiles or sifting through hidden files. No matter what's been thrown our way, no matter when or where, I say, no matter if it's locked, no matter if the way is blocked, I'm always down to solve the clue alongside the great Nancy Drew.
Thanks for 25 years of Nancy Drew Games, Her.
Thank you for 25 years of Nancy Drew Games, Her.
For 25 years of Nancy Drew Games, Her.
Thank you for 25 years of Nancy Drew.
And here's to 25 more.
And here's to 25 more.
Here's to 25 more.
And here's to 25 more.
And here's to 25 more.
Here's to 25 more.
Thank you for 25 years of Nancy Drew Games, Her. Here's to 25 more.
All right, you guys. Well, that is it. That is late night. I hope you guys had a great time. I've so enjoyed hanging out with you. And I will catch you for a video or stream sometime soon. Later.
Carver, did I miss it? Did I miss the show? Rat and rat hot, because this is why you never burn the candle at both ends. Oh, I do believe we're rolling. Ahoy, hoy. Yes, sorry about missing her. What? You want me to what? Conrad, how could I? I've never... Teleprompter? Yes, I see it. But I've never read end credits off of drumsticks. 50 of them. Well, alright, suppose. Thank you for joining Couscous's late night show. Carter's late night show. Don't believe I know any Carters. Don't think I've ever heard the name before. Proceeding. Thank you, Tony Scolari, for helping co-write the theme song. Well, I didn't realize she'd left the political sphere for music production, but good on her. Next, we have Howard, Letitia, and Sandy for joining in a rousing games of Cards Against Humanity? Oh, Cuthbert, this is really taking a dark turn. I don't know, but... Yes? Well, that's definitely less abysmal than I thought initially. How did you ever find such a thing? Yes, I think you're a ray of sunshine too, but I don't see how this has anything to do with the end credit. Oh. Ronaldo, here's to you and your ingenuity. No, I'm positive you said Ronaldo. Odd name for a girl, though. Continue reading. Right. Houston, many thanks for joining in on the Wheel of ND impressions. I'll need a walkthrough of your process sometime. On to karaoke. Trina, thank you for joining. Speaking of karaoke, did you know I can do a rousing rendition of Alouette? Alouette, je t'ai alouette, alouette, je t'ai... Oh, well, anyways, moving on. I do believe that's everything. Watch us out! Charlie, you still there? Sorry to wake you. Is there anything else you need? To go back to sleep. That's fair. Bonne nuit. You're still here? I'm rather surprised. There are few who enjoy the witching hour as much as I do. I don't know how to end this. I normally just continue taping until the battery dies. But I don't think that will work here. I was just on my way to the lobby to translate a little bit, but I don't suppose I have to keep you company. I really must. Rock and roll, dears.